Hello everyone, this is Zodiark, and this is a banner review for Final Fantasy IV, not King's Knight, I assure you. And we're going to start off with probably one of the biggest jokes in the entire franchise. Edward. He is a bard. He's a 3-star base going to 5. We're going to quickly go over his Trustmaster, Vishnu Vest. Defense 36, Spirit 36, but look at all the elements. Fire, Ice, Lightning, Light, and Dark, 25%. So, unless you have Marie's Rainbow Robe, or even like a Minerva Bustier, this one is kind of worth picking up because that's 5 elements at a quarter resist, and not only that, decent defense and Spirit. So, I guess if you're farming for Rydia or Cane, and you happen to get this, then you're getting a pretty good vest out of it. I will start by saying, yes, he does have hide, and he starts with it. I mean, for a unit to have that starting out, your expectations are not very high. He's got standard bard songs, he gets double with using healing items, but nowhere near the capacity of other bards currently in the game. So he'll be just one of those guys you get the TMR, and you're done. We're going to move on to Yang now, who is a 4-star base going to 6. He is a monk class, so he'll be a physical attacker. His TMR is Monk's Enlightenment. Increase attack 40% and defense with 20 when equipped with fist weapons. He can only equip fists and hammers. He can use cloth items such as hats, shirts, and accessories. Apparently, he can also equip the frying pan, giving him an attack of 85. But it only prevents sleep, so this will be very niche, if anything. As far as his moveset, he's got Kick, which is just damage everybody. Brace, Raging Fist, which is your basic ignore defense move. All-Out Scuffle seems to be his most damaging move. Physical damage twice with ignore defense, so you can take that as 4 times his damage to a single enemy. 6-hit combo though, so not bad. And then he gets focus power all the way at level 75 at 6-star. So he can do this up to 3 times to a 600%, but it's only for the next normal attack. So I guess if you want to try bumping this all the way up, you could see some interesting damage. At max level, he gets multi-martial arts, allowing for the use of Kick, Raging Fist, All-Out Scuffle, and Focus Power to be used twice a turn. Honestly, I'm liking the double All-Out Scuffle at this point. As far as his passives, Bare Knuckle Extreme, which most people won't be using because they'll try to take advantage of Martial Arts Mastery with 50%. He can dual-wield fist weapons. And he gets a modest HP and attack 30% passive with a 15% evasion. His limit break at max is about 8.5 to all enemies. Mediocre at best. So I'd say unless you're getting a fist-based character with a good TMR, Yang is probably not going to make any difference in the meta. Moving on to Atoning Dragoon Cane, or some are calling Helmetless Cane. TMR, I should probably stop on that. This is now going to be the BIS for helmets and attack. 40 attack, defense 28, with a resistance to water and wind 20% each. Not bad. Definitely good for attacking. He comes with the standard Lance ability. Darkness, Aqua, and Air Thrusts are going to remove all stats effects from the enemy and apply those particular elemental debuffs on the enemy for 3 turns, so pretty standard. 6-star, he gets Piercing Darkness, which is his Dark Elemental. Physical attack 3.5, decrease Dark, and then add Dark to his attacks. Piercing Aqua and Piercing Air, same thing, but for Water and Air Elemental. Dragon Dive is about double damage with a 1-turn jump delay. We're going to come back to Dragon Raid in just a moment. Sonic Gale is physical damage 2.25, ignore defense half, so now that's 4.5. Negate 2 physical damage taken for 3 turns to the caster, and decrease wind resistance for 3 turns. So that to me, with a 7-hit combo, seems to be that's a pretty good ability if you're not going to have him jump, just for the fact that he can dodge 2 moves. But his most damaging move is going to be Dragon Raid, a 6-time multiplier with a jump delay of 2 turns to 1 enemy. Okay, so in comparison to Duke's was, I think, 4 1/4 for the same amount turn, and Cane's beating him out with 6. Now, let's get to that back in a moment. He comes with Attack 20, a built-in Dragon Killer Plus. So that means he's automatically going to be dealing an additional 75 to dragons. And that would stack with the materia if you made it. So if you get those two together, that's 150%, and that means you're halfway to 300 already. High jump and Dragoon Spirit. The high jump is 100% jump damage, and Dragoon Spirit is an additional 120% jump damage. Slap a Dragon Whisker and a Dragoon Gauntlet on that, and you're going to see some pretty insane jump damage. Let's see, he gains self-esteem, attack, defense, and spirit are doubled when his HP drops below 20. A spirit 20 passive, HP 20, and then of course 50% with spear. He also gains resistance to poison, blind, and paralysis. Overall, I think Cane is going to be a decent attacker, especially against dragons. If you do like a full-on Dragon Killer jump build with him, he's going to wreck dragons. Not only that, the helmet looks very cool as well. This will be one I'll be trying to get. And last but not least, probably the star attraction of this is Pure Summoner Rydia. She's going to be classified as a summoner and magical attacker. Her TMR is Purebred Summoner, a magic 40, spirit 20, with an increased evocation magic by 10%. So, definitely this is going to be for any summoner out there. Or you could even slap this on a caster that's not a full-blown summoner just to get the magic 40. As, of course, with her being a caster, she can use daggers, staves, rods, bows, and whips. She gets access to cloth equipment, hats, clothes, robes, rings. As far as her abilities, she comes with, looks like we got 4. We know she's going to get dual black. That's a given. All right. At level 30, she gets a Dahlin Kick, which is a flat 5 times damage to 1 enemy. Only requires 1 evocation orb, so this is a move that you can do with her like virtually every turn. Not bad. Eidolon Cockatrice Peck, Mind Flayer's Chant, and we'll get to the bomb explosion here later on. This is where Rydia is going to be different than Yuna. Yuna was bringing our first evocation damage, but it was all non-elemental. Rydia now brings elements. So this will allow you to take advantage of elemental debuffs on the enemy and start maximizing this damage. The Earth one, Cockatrice Peck, is a 10 multiplier with a 30% chance to petrify, which we're going to assume on bosses is not going to work. So you're looking at, with Earth defense down, 15 multiplier, which is pretty good. It's a single hit, though. Mind Flayer's Chant, that goes to water damage, 16 multiplier with 30% chance to paralyze. So already the numbers are starting to look pretty scary. With a debuff, that can hit for 24 multiplier. But we're not done yet. Her ultimate ability, Tradition, is just like every other evocation field gauge. It fills it up by 3. All of her stats increase 80%, and she gains access for 1 use of Eidolon Bomb Explosion, which will go to here. Fire damage, 21 multiplier to a single enemy. Okay, in comparison, Yuna's Blast uses 5 and is a 20 multiplier non-elemental. Bomb Explosion is a 21 multiplier with fire element. So with a debuff, this is going to hit in the ballpark of about 32 multiplier. That is goddamn insane. So if anyone's got like 100% fire debuffer out there, this is a 42 multiplier. She's going to wreck some face. If I get her, I'm using her with Emperor. Guaranteed. Passives out the wazoo. If you count all the evil magics together, it's a 60%. She does, of course, have Rod Mastery, 50% magic, Spirit 20. Any Esper she has equipped, she gains a 30% extra boost. As all summoners, she can use any summon Esper in your party. MP 30 passive, Magic 30 passive. So with a Rod, she's getting an 80 Magic passive, which that's impressive. And auto refresh. And of course her spell list: Blizzaga, Thundaga, Bioga, Osmos, and Drain. It's nice to see Bioga in there because we very rarely get to see any dark damage in there. She can remove status ailments with Asuna and Kiraga. Death is not very reliable at 30%, but she can res in a pinch, which is nice. Now this is where it gets interesting. She is now the second character to have Quake, so you could chain with William now, which that could offer some interesting thing. But not only that, this is the Earth Resistance debuff here. 50. Tornado is wind. And Flare, but that's for water resistance. Ugh. And then she gets the passive, just regular Meteor. It's basic. So I'm liking the fact that she gets Quake. Her Limit Burst at maximum 20% or 20 passive to all enemies non-elemental. Even at just 6-star base, we're talking no limit pots put in. A 15 multiplier. She's going to be pretty good, I think, guys. Honestly, I will be pulling heavily for Pure Summoner Rydia on this. So I hope everyone enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, please comment below, like and subscribe, and I think I might make a video on my pulls for tomorrow. So stay tuned, and I might have that posted. So as always, take care and good luck on your pulls.